But I know some people, they just want peace of mind. It just makes them feel better because your cash flow is lower. If you lose your job, you feel more secure because then at least my PTPTN is settled, my car loan is settled, right?
Yep.
Some people have that goal.
So like you kumpul everything and then put it into one.
You
just
consolidate it into one, right? Yeah. Okay, for your scenario, terrible idea.
Oh, they're very strict with you lah.
I mean, they have to be lah, right? They're doing you a favor. They want you to they want to make sure that you actually commit to it lah.
But will that affect your credit score though?
Because you're doing this, you're sacrificing on your quality of life. I wouldn't do it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Money Goal. My name is Emir, and today I have Aishah with me again.
Hey.
Aishah. So, what's the issue today?
Okay. Last week, I was just going through my finances.
Okay.
And that I have some hutang, not big ones.
Okay.
You know, study loans, PTPTN, and my car.
Okay.
So I just bought a car 7 months ago.
Congrats.
Yay! Big girl purchase. Yeah, so I bought a car. The car's okay. So far I went into my, you know, how excited and I paid like 7 months on time.
And you pay on time.
Yeah. So I opened my hire purchase and went through the loan page. And then I saw that I have 49,000 to pay to go.
Okay. How long is your loan?
9 years.
9 years. Okay.
Yeah, so I have 49,000 more.
Okay.
And then I went back to my PTPTN as well, and I have 10,000
Okay, not too
balance.
much. Okay.
Yeah, so it's around 60,000.
In total.
Yeah. So I've been working for around 6 years, and I've accumulated a good amount from my savings.
Okay.
And I was wondering, should I pay all of my debt, my car loan, my PTPTN, like habis, and then just start rebuilding
Your savings.
my savings again?
Okay.
Like, is that a bad idea? Is it something that, you know, you would do? I don't know.
Okay.
Give me advice.
Okay, so I think first of all, how much savings do you have? I don't know.
I
Everyone can
cukup to like pay my creditor and my
like just
PTPTN.
enough, or like you have, or is it like 10%
then-
of your savings?
Then got like
A bit left lah.
a bit left lah.
Okay.
Is that scary?
No. I mean, if you have that amount of savings, I think it's quite good. And it's not that you're not overdue on your debt, right? You are paying both of those off like every single month on time, right? Okay, so for me, I wouldn't. I think TLDR lah. TLDR, I wouldn't pay off my loan now. But let's just tackle one by one. So PTPTN, I think everyone should pay it off. I know some people will say, oh, you know, not really many consequences to not paying PTPTN, but I think everyone should pay it because, you know, you took a loan from the government to study, then you should pay it off. But PTPTN loan has extremely low interest. You know?
1%.
Yeah, exactly. You know. Okay.
I mean, I buy out like 185 a month. It's
Okay.
it's
How long
okay.
is your loan? 15 years initially, right?
I have no idea. I've
think mine
been
is 15
paying
years.
since I finished belajar.
Okay.
So it's been 6 years I've been paying, and then I nak habis lagi 4 years. So 10.
Okay. No, I think, yes, you said you have 9 more years, no? Oh, yeah, 10,000 ringgit. Okay, sorry. But yes. Okay,
2030 I habis.
Okay.
Yeah, it says
So,
that.
PTPTN loan, extremely low interest, 1% a year, right? To me, as long as you pay off monthly, there's no issues, there's no real need for you to pay it off immediately. Because if you think about it this way, the loan interest rate is 1% per year. ASB interest rate is what, 5%, 6% a year? And that's what ASB pays in dividends, right? And you can really just compare it to apple like that. It's that straightforward. So if let's say you had 10,000 ringgit now in cash, and you're deciding between paying off PTPTN or putting in ASB and then just withdrawing monthly to pay off your monthly balance, then I think it's better for you to just put in ASB. Net, you will be better off for sure. Guaranteed. Okay, so this applies to all lower interest rate loans. In Malaysia, there are not that many lah. PTPTN is just one good example that a lot of people will have that has a very low interest rate. Sometimes banks will run promos where they do 0% interest rate loan. Sometimes they will do. Yeah. Some of my banks do that. 0% interest.
0%?
Yeah, so it's completely free. I would actually take it. I would take it and put it into ASB. So I'm taking a loan at 0% and I'm putting it into ASB at 5%, and I just withdraw from ASB to pay it off monthly.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Never thought of that.
Yeah, but whenever you're thinking about this, it's always how much are you paying and then how much are you getting. And then the good thing about ASB is, of course, it doesn't fluctuate lah. So it's not that if I put it into ASB, suddenly next year my money is all gone, I cannot pay off my PTPTN. It's not the case, right? So we have a very good option there. So for PTPTN, I think very straightforward. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Okay. So I keep continuing paying monthly lah.
If we think rationally, then I wouldn't lah, right?
Okay.
And then on the car loan,
The car.
I also wouldn't lah. So I would say for one, if you wanted to pay off the car in cash at the start, then I would say it's fine. It might be an okay idea. But the thing about car loans is that the way they charge you interest is a bit different. So they will always front load the interest. It's going to be a bit confusing for me to explain lah, but they use this thing called the rule of 78, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go that deep into it. But typically speaking, it's not worth it to pay off a car loan early. Just because you will already be paying a lot of interest, even if you pay it off early. Yeah. So it doesn't make sense.
Because you already charged me for the next 9 years.
Exactly. Not they don't charge you fully upfront, but they bring forward a lot of the interest to the early part of the loan. Yeah. And now if you want to terminate, you might be charged a penalty as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I'm giving the money.
Or I mean, if you pay the entire loan off, if you pay the entire loan including interest, then they won't charge you a penalty, but then you're wasting money lah.
Oh.
Yeah, because they won't let you off the hook. Even if you pay now, you will still have to pay some of the interest for the following years.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how car loans work. But it's okay. I don't think you're in a bad position because you're already paying it off, right?
Yeah.
The only loans that I would tell people to rush and pay it off immediately is number one, loans that you're not paying on time. Yeah, okay, credit card number two. You stole my thunder. I was going to say credit card number two, but yeah. Yeah.
Credit card.
So credit cards, you have to pay on time, of course, every time.
Okay.
And then every other loan, as long as you pay, you're making your monthly payments, then you're completely fine lah. Unless you're behind on your car loan or something, then I would say, of course, try and catch up and make sure that everything is good. But otherwise, I would say you're okay lah. You're okay. So I'll mention one pro and one con to paying off loans early and just paying monthly. Okay. So one benefit that I think is undeniable to some people is they have a goal of being debt free. All right. They don't want to have that. Even though if I'm speaking rationally from a finance bro point of view, like, oh, this one is lower interest rate, that one is higher interest rate. But I know some people, they just want peace of mind.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to have that. It just makes them feel better because your cash flow, is lower. Your monthly expenses are lower. If you lose your job, you feel more secure because then at least my PTPTN is settled, my car loan is settled, right?
Yep.
Some people have that goal. And if peace of mind is very important to you, then I would say by all means lah, right? You don't have to be rational all the time, right? Sometimes you just want to have that peace of mind. So that is one of the pros of paying off your loan early. But one thing that you need to consider is that, let's say your savings is 60,000 ringgit for your entire loan, right? If you use the entire amount and pay off that loan, if you get into an emergency, you're going to get back into debt again. Which is,
I have to take personal loan now.
Exactly. Then your personal loan interest rate will be higher than your PTPTN interest rate. So you may as well just keep that, right? Yeah. So I will only go the peace of mind option, which is to pay off your loan early, if you have enough money to pay off your loan and still have 6 months worth of expenses. Then you can consider it if you really want to. Yeah.
Okay, this is funny. We're talking about personal loan tadi kan?
Yeah.
What if I take a personal loan, pay this two debts, so I only have one?
Actually, some people do that. They call it debt consolidation.
Yeah, so like you kumpul everything and then put it into one.
You consolidate it into one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, for your scenario, terrible idea.
Oh.
So again, if you just compare interest rates, right?
Yeah.
PTPTN is 1%. Your personal loan is going to be like 6-7% at least.
Yeah.
So you're borrowing money at 6 to 7% to pay off a loan that's only 1%. Right? Some people do this. Okay. The scenario that you would do, people call it debt consolidation. And sometimes if you go to AKPK, which is some agency counseling for people who are struggling with their payments, basically, they would do this if, let's say, they have credit card debt. So credit card debt that I really cannot pay off now, I need some time to pay it off, but credit card interest rate is 18%. So then, okay, I take a personal loan, which is 6%, pay the credit card off, and then I service this personal loan. That would make sense. Yeah, so you only take a personal loan to pay off a debt if that debt has a higher interest rate.
Oh,
right, you get it?
Yeah. So not
for
to
PTPTN.
pay for a debt that is the interest rate is lower.
Correct.
Okay.
And I would say cars, the interest rate is quite low also. Cars, the interest rate are quite low.
Mine is low. Mine is 3.5.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Most of the times, cars are lower than personal loan because car loans, it is collateralized. Meaning if you don't pay, the bank will come and take your car, right? They actually would.
That's
I don't know. Yeah. But whereas with a personal loan, if you don't pay, they don't have anything. They can't take anything from you. Yeah. So that's why car loans, PTPTN, those are what I would consider typically good debt to have. Like,
Okay.
not that it's good for you to go buy a car that you can't afford, but PTPTN, car loans, mortgage, house loan, I think all these are fine to have.
Okay.
Yep.
So you answered my question.
Yep.
But we have some people who've submitted their question.
Okay.
Okay, there are stories as well.
Okay.
Okay, I'll start with the first one. I paid all my loans and had to swipe my credit card for a flat tire.
Okay.
That could be me.
Wait, you mean pay off the loans? I mean, like, what do you want to do? Okay, okay.
So I was so focused on becoming debt-free that I
Yep.
threw every cent I had into paying off my personal loan early. I felt so accomplished until 2 weeks later I got a flat tire and the repair cost me 500 ringgit. I had zero savings, so I had to swipe my credit card and start a new cycle of debt. That was my wake-up call. Being debt-free is great, but being cashless is dangerous too. So the
Yep.
question is, what are some tips to balance loan repayments while still setting aside a safety net for
Okay.
emergencies?
Wait, is this you? Like, you submitted this story? Yeah, I'm joking.
This sounds like my future if I
Yeah, but I think it's exactly what I told you lah. So how do you find the balance? Number one, if you can just pay off the monthly payment, if you're not behind in your loans, I think you're fine, honestly. But like I said, if you want the peace of mind, as long as you have your 6 months worth of expenses saved up, you can use the rest to pay off the loan quickly if you wanted to. But at least you need to have that 6 months just for scenarios like this. So then now this person here, they're debt free, but 1 week later, they're no longer debt free. They're in debt again.
Okay, so if you're in this situation,
Yep.
okay, she's not behind on any of her payments, right?
Yep.
But what if you are? Like you're behind like 6 months on your car and like
Okay.
a year on your PTPT, and should you take personal loan to cover that, or you should just like kejar balik?
I wouldn't. So
Really?
I wouldn't try to manage this scenario by myself. Honestly, if you guys are in this situation, like I said, AKPK is an option. I think a lot of people have not heard of them. I can't remember exactly what it stands for, but if you just Google AKPK, you will find it online lah. It is a government agency, essentially.
Oh.
And they will help you basically consolidate all of your loans, and they will help you negotiate with the bank. So basically, they'll take all of your debt, right? All the debt, like you have 10 different loans that you cannot pay off. They will consolidate it into just one bank's loan, and they will negotiate with that bank for you to get a lower interest rate and a reasonable monthly installment for you.
Wow, they can do that.
Yeah, there are some downsides to it lah. They'll take control of your money a bit, but I mean it's
They're
worth
very
it.
strict with you, lah.
I mean they have to be lah, right? They're doing you a favor. They want you to they want to make sure that you actually commit to it lah.
But will that affect your credit score though?
I mean you already missed 12 months of
I
your
mean,
payments.
you're right.
That's the least of your concerns.
You're right. Okay, second story. I felt guilty about my PTPTN loan, so I paid more than the minimum every month, 300 ringgit instead of 150.
Okay.
But I didn't budget properly. Some months I barely had money for groceries or transport. I even stopped going out with friends just to be responsible. Eventually, I burnt out and defaulted on all my payments for 2 months.
Yep.
Now I've learned that it's not just about paying more, it's about paying smart. So the question is, how can you create a repayment plan that's realistic and doesn't
Yep.
leave you financially drained?
Yep. Oh, I think in personal finance, a lot of it is about sustainability. So I think anything that you do, it needs to be something that you can do long term, right? So even if you're thinking about buying a new car or a new house, maybe you think, oh, 3,000 ringgit a month, I can do it if I cut down here, if every day my meal is 10 ringgit and stuff. But it's not sustainable long term, right? It's not something that you can do long term. So again, I think with this, what do you call it, viewer, follower, whatever it is, they need to think about what's realistic. And again, it's not like they're behind on their loan. Wow, these people are super responsible, huh? They just, I'm just paying too much on my loans. Yeah.
I'm paying them extra.
Exactly. So I would say if you're paying extra and because you're doing this, you're sacrificing on your quality of life, I wouldn't do it. Because it's not something that you can sustain long term, which is evident, right? They burnt out and then in the end, they just defaulted. So, enjoy your life a bit. It's fine. It's fine. As long as you have all of your loans being paid off, I think don't have to worry about, I want to pay more now, stuff like that, if you cannot afford it.
Even if you have to pay until you're 30?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh,
It's
okay.
fine. I think a lot of people also have the mindset that
I'm
debt
30,
is very
I
bad.
have to still pay for my student loan.
A lot of people have the mindset that debt is bad, and for sure, that can be very bad, right? A lot of people are bankrupt because of taking personal loans to get married or to go on holidays and stuff. So it can be bad, but it's also not always bad. Like PTPTN, again, a good example, PTPTN. If you just pay it off monthly, even if it takes 15 years, it's fine because the interest rate is only 1%.
Okay.
But honestly, even I was tempted sometimes to pay off my PTPTN. Yeah.
Right, because the more that you pay,
Yeah.
the closer it is to the end,
Yeah.
the amount is smaller.
Yeah,
So
I
you're like,
know.
you know what?
I also have, I think, 10 or 15, no, actually, I have 15 or 20,000 on my PTPTN, and I always get tempted to like,
Yeah.
I'll just pay it all
Like
off. lah.
just
Yeah.
pull the bandage.
But then,
like,
but then I won't be a finance bro anymore. I'm making the wrong decision. Yeah. So I'm not paying it off just because I want to show people what's right.
okay. I've learned a lot. Thank
Okay,
you.
No problem. All right. Nice talking to you, Aishah. Hopefully you keep your savings and don't go cash broke to pay off all your loans.
ASB
Yeah,
instead.
exactly. Put it in ASB.
Okay.
All right. Thanks so much, Aishah.
Thank
Thank you guys for
you.
watching. Hope you guys enjoy it and see you in the next one.